Hello everybody, how you doing today? It's Super Fiend here. Welcome back to our Warhammer 2 playthrough on Mortal Empires as Azhag the Slaughterer, where we've been dishing out the pain and the punishment to not only the men of the Empire, but now the men of Norsca as well, because Wulfric has declared war on us a couple episodes ago, and Azhag has been up north just tearing through his territory and sacking things as he goes. That's pretty much the foundation of our economy the last few episodes, is Azhag sacking, looting, and raiding. Last episode, we sacked Nagel Ferry Plain. This episode, we'll go ahead and we'll sack Doomkeep. I don't know what I just said. But we'll go ahead and we'll sack this. These are just real simple auto-resolve battles. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll sack it for 9,800. And then the other thing we can do, this is kind of fun, since they're so close together, we've achieved victory over Norsca or Chaos multiple times. So now we have leadership when fighting against them. Income from post-battle loot, income from sacking. We're getting a ton of these followers and banners. But what I was going to say is because these are so close together, last episode we sacked this one. Now the one-turn cooldown on it is expired, and we can walk up and we can raise it and get another battle with Azhag in here. And we'll go ahead and we'll just raise that for some scrap and other stuff. And then he retreats back over within range of Doomkeep. And so if Wulfric or another one of his armies comes in here, they could potentially attack Azhag, and they would get the depleted garrison as reinforcements. I don't think they will. And we'll go ahead and encamp. And with our Goblin Big Boss, let's see, we've got most of the points down here that I really care about. Let us now pick Ambusher. He's just got the one skill point, because I think Azhag's army is on the verge or already has Vanguard deployment. But where did it go? I thought we had it. Oh yeah, attribute. Vanguard deployment for all Orc and Biggins, infantry, and cavalry. So everything. We're going to put this point into Wild Abandon, giving Azhag charge bonus and melee attack. And then the next one's going to go into Darkest Nimbus for a regeneration, and then a passive regeneration and a bound spell, Wind of Death, that we can use in combat. Should make Azhag just a little bit more formidable. And then let's check in here real quick too, since we got some new stuff. Did we get anything that we can equip on this fellow? No, we did not. And what is our current capacity? We could get one more Orc Shaman, but I don't think we have the Shaman recruitment building yet. The Shaman that we have been using, is the one that we started the game with. So he's right here. Let's go ahead and try to steal technology once more. Man, this is the 4th time in a row, I think, that he has failed to steal technology. So we're getting really unlucky with our rolls there. We also talked about last episode how Muncha Pigkissa can now come back this way and roam between these two territories. But what I want to do first is I want to at least get him one War Machine, which we can recruit out of where? You know what? I guess our War Machine recruitment is only accessible via global recruitment. Yeah, back here. So it doesn't really matter where we position him. So what we'll do is we'll just come up this way. I'm hoping that Karl Franz doesn't become hostile and declare war on us. This isn't Karl personally, it's Volkmar. But all the same. And then we'll come in here, and since it looks like we're going to be sitting tight for maybe a turn or two, I guess we'll go ahead and just start working on the rock lobber there. And then with Smorbit's Iron Draw, let's cruise over to here. Next turn, we can underground move into Brass Keep. Gosh, I am like dropping consonants and stuff out of my words. What is going on with me today? I must be having some sort of difficulty with something. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't get enough sleep last night. And then over in here in Bekefin, we dropped the mustering field because we don't really need that. So let's look at getting something a little bit better. Let's see here. Let's see. You know what? This is probably a good building. It provides untainted corruption, but then the public order penalty from corruption is, I think, cut in half, and that's probably going to help. The other choice would be to go for untainted. And that'll be a good thing to get when we actually upgrade it. But for right now, and since there's also Skaven nearby, let's go ahead and do the Rat Trappas. And that's going to give, again, it's going to cut the public order penalty from from the lack of our desired corruption in half, and it's going to give us discoverability of Skaven Undercities. And then over in here, if we build this, it's going to reduce upkeep for Greenskins, Spear Infantry, Bow Infantry, and Chariot units. We have some of those. We don't have a whole lot of them. What else could we get? What else can we get? Should we start working on some trolls? We could also unlock a River Troll Hag. I've had a lot of fun with the starting River Troll Hag in my Grom campaign. Or do we just want to go with, like, income, financial income? Because we could really use that. We could really use that. This is tough. This is tough to decide. You know what? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go with the Raiden stashes. And then over here. Now, what kind of corruption are we dealing with in here? Vampiric corruption. So I think I want to upgrade this. So I'll spend the 2,700 there. And we got the Rebellion is going to land in over here. If I turn off taxes, we don't lose a whole lot of income, but it's going to buy us one extra turn. So that'll give us enough time to get the Rock Lava recruited there. And that's it. Let's go ahead and end our turn. Things have kind of slowed down a little bit. You know, the first few episodes of this campaign were pretty fast. Lots of action. Taking out Ostermark, then Ostlin, then Hockland. We're in the middle of taking out Telebic land. They have, I think, 3 more settlements. We might see the end of them today, although I don't know that we will. And of course, we've got some action with Azhag up north. However, it's kind of slow. We're not really fighting the battles against Norsca because they're not actually challenging us with a legitimate army. It's just Azhag running through their territory. And the Hellspire tribe is going to move in here and occupy the abandoned ruins behind us. And we have another Norscan tribe declaring war on us. What is going on with them? Just stop it. Go take out the Bretonnians. Leave me alone. But it's looking more and more like we are butting heads with Norsca and may continue to have problems with them throughout the campaign. Reichland has confederated Marienburg. This happened in my Grom campaign as well, so maybe this is something that just tends to happen quite often. And can we underground move into the settlement? Really? It looks like I can get there, but it's not letting me underground move into the settlement. Come on now. Let's try one more time. Nope. Well, I guess we'll underground move right next to it.
Preparing rites of exorcism.
And let's see here. Well, you know what? Let's no. Instead of trying to steal technology there again, Telebic land has been destroyed. Wow, I was just talking about how we might see the end of them this campaign, and there it is. So they were at war with Reichland, and then Reichland took this down here. So now it looks like we do share this province with Reichland, and I'm going to guess that the von Karsteins or Sylvania, yeah, von Karstein and Sylvania took the other settlement, which is Essen. Yeah, because we have Beckhofen, and then so I think we have Skaven in here still, and then we got the undead in the other two settlements over here. So are we going to end up going to war with Reichland and the undead over this territory? I would really prefer not to, but since I've started investing into the provincial capital, I really don't want to let go of it either. So that's going to be questionable. What are we going to do there exactly? We can turn the taxes back on over here because we are going to get the rebellion regardless of what we do next. We're still recruiting in there. And so I think maybe what I want to do with our shaman, he keeps failing. Every time we try to assault units over here, he fails now. And it's getting a little irritating. Let's try one more time. One more time. Okay, finally success. Good. And so in one turn, we'll also have slightly higher tax rate. Looking at our settlements here, they're really not earning all that much. So like all total, we're going to get, oh, what is it? Like maybe 150 or 200 extra income per turn. It'll take some of the edge off of this negative income up here, but really not a whole lot. And then, are they at war?
Let's find someone.
With Wulfric? They're not. And so the question here is do we just want to go ahead and push down, or do we want to raise this, which will slow us down by one more turn, and also might even make us a little bit negative. Well, we have to attack it so that we can get outside the zone of control, so we'll go ahead and do that. And we'll see how much money we get for this. Probably only a couple hundred. Yeah, 600. And so looking at our income up here, we can't afford to raise it. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to sack it. I wish he had moved the other way. But we'll go ahead and do that ourselves personally. So we're going to move Azhag on down here. And then when we go into our raiding stance, unfortunately, he's still inside of Doomkeep. So he's not getting a whole lot of income from raiding. But within 1 or 2 turns, we should be able to attack something over here. We'll still have our Wa, although it's getting a little weaker every time we auto-resolve over here. The Wa is taking some damage. Ooh, we got a bound spell. That's really good. Let's go ahead and assign that to Azhag. I think that's a lot better than the magic missile that he had previously. And we have a skill point, which is going to give us Dark Nimbus, which is another Wind of Death. So just like that, Azhag now has 2 Wind of Death usable skill points or skills that he can use during battle, which should make him quite strong. Let's get the Stalker for the campaign line of sight. That might allow us to see just a little bit further back here. And we're going to have an imminent rebellion, but that's okay. Munchapikasa can come up and take care of that for us. We also have a skill point with our Shaman, our Orc Shaman. Let's go ahead and get Edbutt. And we'll end our turn, and then we'll have slightly higher taxes. We need to check diplomacy with Reichland and see who they are currently at war with, because if they don't have a lot of enemies, they might turn on us. And I would certainly prefer if they didn't do that. And if I think they're likely to turn on us, like if they don't have any enemies at all, then we should really be preparing for war with Karl Franz, since we share a province with him. But if they do have enemies, then they might just continue in that direction. My goodness. Another Norscan faction piles in. Like, all of Norsca is out to get us here. This is kind of ridiculous. Okay, we got a rebellion in Ostermark. We knew that was coming. Technology research, but we're minus 1,200. Wow, it's the rock lava that we just finished recruiting. Okay, a bunch of stuff there being raided by Karl Franz. Let's check his diplomacy. You know what? He's got plenty of enemies, so with any luck, he'll just move right on through our territory. Okay, so we really don't want to pick a fight with him. What is this? These are the Ice Wolves chariots. We have an undead rebellion over here. Generally, the undead rebellions are not that strong, and we have the upgraded garrison buildings. So, I think what we're going to do here is just underground move. Just right down here. And then we'll go ahead and go into the settlement here. Oh, wow. No, I do have the garrison building, and then next turn we can start upgrading the walls, except for the fact that we can't afford it. We have no money now. Okay, we're heading down towards the Sarl encampment, which will be worth 12,000 when we sack it. It's not going to give us very much from raiding, but it might be enough to stop us from going bankrupt and taking attrition from having 0 in our treasury and running a deficit in our income returns. So that's all in well. And then I think we're going to take our Shaman and cruise up this way. And he might just end up in one of the armies here to help defeat Felman Ingerson. And we got researches available. Now we can't spend any money. Let's go ahead and increase our obedience with no complaining. That'll take 4 turns. And then we can end our turn once more. The turns are going pretty quick here, which is kind of nice. But I really do wish that we could get the Norscans to lay off And it looks like Volkmar is headed over towards Middenstag. And Fellman bouncing away once more, deciding not to attack our territory. Now, if we take the smaller army that's at Brass Keep, if we move them down, then we can take the larger army and move up maybe in a reinforcing ambush. And we might be able to catch Inger, I think that's his name, out of position and get some post-battle loot there, which would be good. But, oh no, the Vanna Heimlings are now looking like they're going to try to assault our settlement on the river, or on the coastline. It's not really a river, it's more of a bay. Oh boy, so what do we do here? We're actually positive income. Okay, let's see. And our WA is only going to last 3 more turns, so it's nearly gone. Let's go ahead and assault this. And once again, we can just auto-resolve our way through this battle. Really not taking a whole lot of damage here. We'll sack it for the 12,000. More Snotling scavengers. And then we'll just push down, because I believe there's another one just right down in here. Yeah, that's worth 9,000 for us. Okay, Azhag is moving pretty quick through there. And let's see. Get on with it. Tunnel Boss, Bellower, Dodgy Geezer. I think we're going to go ahead and get Dodgy Geezer before we get Skullmuncha, but we'll probably be getting Skullmuncha next skill point, or maybe the one after that. It doesn't really make sense to me to get the fast-moving mount without having the innate missile resist, because as soon as you can move around fast, you're going to take a lot of damage from missiles. And we'll do the same thing with Gretshad Squigbeard, our Goblin Big Boss, picking up Dodgy Geezer there as well. And our Wa is looking fairly depleted. Let's go ahead and just merge all the units here. Let's see. Sometimes the Goblin heroes or the embedded heroes show up in the Wa, but then if you like go out of the Wa view and back into the army view, they disappear. So it's kind of a little bit glitchy there with the UI. And then let's see, with Muncha Pig Kissa, let's see. Are we able to see the rebellion better? No, we're not. I am a little bit nervous about coming up this way. Oh, let's see. What do we do? Well, they got a big full stack out there. And we need to get on it pretty quick. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to force march all the way back this way. And we should have most of our garrison buildings in here. Yeah, so we got some okay-ish upgrades. I do want to upgrade Kappelberg, but I can't really do it right now. Brass Keep, though. We need to get these walls going. Or, you know what? With Kappelberg, I've used up all the building slots. Well, let's try to upgrade it. And then over here, since we got a little bit more money, let's spend 1,000 and 1,000. That's 3,400. I think we're safe to spend that. And then what about back home? It does look like we can upgrade our capital. We just can't afford it right now. So after we sack the next city, we'll probably do that. Hero not moved. We're going to embed him in the army here. And we're just slightly negative. Let's go ahead and get like 2 Gobos and 2 Goblin Missile units. Build up this force just a wee bit. And then we'll end our turn. And Muncha Pigkissa, we need to get him over to Norden before the Vanna Heimlings arrive. And if we can fight that battle against them with the garrison and before our Wa runs out, that should be a pretty good source of post-battle loot. And then with Azhag, of course, we're going to just continue plundering in the backfield there. And Smorbitz is starting to recruit, although it's Gobos, because that's really what we can afford right now. And I think we do have some upkeep reduction for Gobos from one of our reforms. Leif Gulbrandinson. That's quite a mouthful. He's getting real close to Norden, so he'll probably come up and lay siege next turn. And I don't think we're going to be able to get up there and set up an ambush or anything like that. Those stupid gits have gone and plundered some stuff from Boss What's His Name up there. We weren't meant to do that. We had made a pact and everything. What we gonna do? we're going to make them take it back. And let's see. I think we need the force march because I don't think he can come up on the river and attack us. So we're going to force march to get as close as we can to fending him off. We're negative upkeep once again. Brass keep. Probably what we want here is the growth building. Azhag is here, and we're ready to sack once more. And again, it doesn't look like there's any proper defenses to stop us, so we'll go ahead and auto-resolve. And this one's only worth 8,800. So they're getting less and less and less each time we do it, which is unfortunate. Now, the Nagelfarlings own territory up here and back there, and I don't think we're at war with them yet. No, we're not. Now,
leave the green monster to me.
There we go. He's ready for peace. It doesn't look like he's going to give us money for it. And so before I offer that up, I want to see who owns this over here if I can. Okay, so this is going to end up being Skaven. And back here it says it's runes. So what we really need to do, we can't make peace yet. We need to come out and hit Tower of Crack and maybe even Bay of Blades. And in order to do that, we need to head back this way. And I want to make sure that we have plenty of movement. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to force march. We're going to take a little bit of attrition here. Come on, can I get around that hero? Thank you. And so we'll take a little bit of attrition, but then we'll be able to sack this and then come down through here and encamp somewhere in here and then get down to Bay of Blades pretty soon before our treasury runs out. So we need to take the attrition there, unfortunately. And if I can find our home territory, we'll start upgrading this. And then coming back in through here. We are building our port building. So as long as we don't lose Norden. Oh, it makes me nervous. I hope they don't have a siege attacker right away. Oh, man, if they have siege attacker and they attack that and I lose it, it's going to be a little bit frustrating. But we got 2 turns of Wa left. And let's go ahead and come down to, about here. Aha, there he is. He's right there.
Denied.
Oh, we might be able to take him. So let's ambush. And maybe we'll just get lucky. And Gretschot has another skill point. We're going to go ahead here and get... Do we want the wolf or the spider? The spider's nice because it gives him poison attacks. Both of them have the same weapon strength. Charge bonus is a little bit higher on the spider, but then, of course, he's got much higher speed and whatnot. He's got a higher level of armor. You know, let's go ahead and get the giant spider. That looks fun. And where are we at here? Obedience is going to be +3 pretty soon. I have taxes turned on everywhere. Let's go ahead and end our turn and see what we can do next. We're now losing 1,000 per turn, also, it looked like. Since Azhag is not raiding at all. Oh, and the faction destroyed the Red Eye. The Red Eye Gobos. So that must mean that Karazakarak, the regular dwarf faction, is taking over in the mountains up there. So that's going to start pulling us back that way. And unfortunately, that's no good because we're not well defended over here. And, oh dear, is he going to attack with a second army? He is, and I have to fight it because I'm in a forced march stance. Okay, so we're going to have ourselves a proper fight up here. These gits think they can take us. I don't think they can. We got lots of orc boys. Our WA's a little bit weak, but with the WA and our ability to lower their leadership, they've only got 69 leadership. We have 84 leadership orcs. Wow, that's pretty high. I'll see you on the battlefield. All right, we've got this very nice hill in our deployment zone, and that's going to be very helpful for us here. We've got the rock lobber deployed here. The biggins are deployed in between the rock lobber and our main line of boys. We got a couple units of boys over here. They're a little bit weakened. Azhag is down on the end. We got our spider riders over there. Our Gabo big boss Gretschot is sitting here on his trusty spider mount, and he's backed up by the trolls behind him up there. Okay, and he's going to protect the flank off over this way. And then we got our goblin archers in the back here deployed 3x2. 2 rows, 3 columns. And then our reinforcements are coming on behind us. Their reinforcements are coming on behind them. They initiated the attack, so they do have to come to us. And we can go ahead and fire right away here. And we can also come up with our spider riders and maybe push on them a little bit and goad them into action. We're going to bring some of our reinforcing boys over in here. And then we got gobos. We's gobos. Let's bring our gobos. I thought I selected both of them, please. Okay, then we'll bring our goblin archers. Okay, come up just a little bit here. Rocklobber doesn't look like it can really hit much, so let's go ahead and see if we can goad them out. Let's try to shoot Ulrich. We'll put skirmish mode on, guard mode off, and we'll shoot him. He's a Skinwolf hero, a werekin. And he shouldn't be able to catch us, of course, because we've got the poison arrows, the poison arrows. Okay, Rocklobber, we don't want you firing right now if you're going to waste your ammunition on an individual lord or hero. Yeah, this is where it would be real handy if we had Azhag on his Wyvern Skull Muncher. We could come out, but let's see here. We've got our Wind of Death, and then we have Arnzipol's Black Horror. These are both going to be really good. And then in here we have Get Back Here to boost leadership. We got the Potion of Toughness. Here comes the Skinwolf Werekin once more. Let's see if we can't draw him over here. Now, these are just regular trolls. They're not stone trolls or anything like that, so they don't have the better armor-piercing damage. And then it looks like they're moving up, so let's go ahead and start unloading on them a bit here. And let's bring these guys over this way. Okay, and we're going to want to push our Gobbo archers up over here. And our Gobbo archers right over in here. And let's go ahead and bring these boys over here, after all. Want to watch out for the Skin Wolves. Now, the Skin Wolves are probably going to do a pretty nasty number on our Gobbo Big Boss. But I'm going to start heading them in there. And then I'm going to bring Azhag this way, because it does look to me like most of their nasty stuff is coming over here. They're just filling in with Marauders on this side, and I'm not too worried about that. We'll go ahead and bring some Gobbos off to the flank there, and we'll turn off our guard mode. Okay, now. No, I just want to shoot here. Okay, yeah, he's getting... Oh, my gosh. He's getting ripped apart right there. Okay, and then we want to bring our Orc boys up. Okay, he has escaped. He's made it out. So that's looking good. And let's go ahead here with Azhag. And what do we want to do? We want to go ahead and debuff him. And they're in us right here also. Okay, but let's see if we can take down... Yeah, the Skin Wolves are breaking. We're going to charge in with the Orcs. Okay. And then we have our trusty Rocklobber is going to throw some stuff over here. And I want to have a nice clean line. Okay, so I'm going to let them engage with me. But they are trying to get around the flank over here. Okay, we got our Biggins ready to come in. And let's get Azhag ready. Okay, we want to bring our Trolls out. And we want to start shooting this guy. And then let's go ahead and charge in there. And now with Azhag. Let's see, what's the range on this? Okay, well, how about the range on this one? Okay, there we go. We're going to get a nice cast right down the side here. That did some damage. Pretty excited about that. And their Werekin guy is going to go down. Now, the Biggins over here, let's go ahead and charge them in. And let's go ahead with Azhag and just launch this right down the side there. And then we'll start charging in. Okay, that did really good damage in here. Most of this stuff is breaking. Okay, most of it. Let's go ahead and charge in right there. Wow, all this stuff just shattered. Let's make sure that they are unbreakable, and we'll bring Azhag over. And we're going to go ahead and Spirit Leech on him. And we're going to boost our leadership and start pursuing down the flank here. Now, we got our Gobbos are coming in. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to, or they're coming in because we're breaking. So let's go ahead and charge in with our Gobbos. Let's keep an eye on our Lord. Let's charge in with some Gobbos there. And then now with Azhag, let's give him the big leadership debuff here. And right as it lands, we'll pop our Wah. And if we cause fear and terror with everything in there, it might be enough to scare them off the field. And then we need to start getting on this stuff over here. The rock lobber can go ahead and bomb some of that. We'll keep up the pursuit over here. And we will pursue. And we're going to go ahead and shoot right here. And we'll shoot there. And we're going to come back down over this way. They have not broken yet. Now, do we have any significant damage we can cause with Azhag? No, we don't really have any damage magic. Let's go ahead and get a Spirit Leech in there. And with our War Machine, let's go ahead and select this stuff here. And then we got some Skin Wolves that are returning to battle. So let's go ahead and get ready to face them. All this stuff over here is breaking. Let's get some Gobos on that. I'll bring some Gobos back over here. And let's just keep an eye on our boys. Everything is breaking. We have absolutely smashed them with Azhag's army. We really came out of that okay. And if I had some fast-moving troops, it would be a great idea to run them down right now. But we really, we don't have a whole lot of fast movers here. Maybe we can kill some of this stuff. I'm going to speed it up, run down what I can, and I'll see you back on the campaign map. Okay, so we wiped out a good portion of their units. The rest, whatever's remaining, is awfully weak. And we're going to be able to go ahead and replenish our troop count just a little bit here. We could take the money, but it's really not worth all that much. So we're going to eat the captives. Eating the captives makes a lot more sense with Grom, but I guess Azhag and his boys can do it too. And then the Vanna Heimlings. Oh, wow, this was unexpected. They've come in with another army over by Middenheim or Middenland, whatever it's called. And since they can see Muncha Pigkissa here, they've opted to go take the long road around Norden. And maybe we can set an ambush and intercept them before our WoW is over. Now, our other armies are not as strong as Azhag, so it's going to be a little harder to defend with them. And let's go ahead and take a look here and see what we got. The faction, the Red Eye faction has been destroyed. Enemy killed in battle. We have a regiment of renowned Rocklobber. We got our Goblin Wolf Chariot. Settlement is besieged over at Bekefin. Now, are we able to see what kind of army is in here? It's most likely trash, and we can auto-resolve this. Our biggins can do that just fine. I'm not going to take the replenishment here. Instead, I'm going to take the 735 from ransoming the captives. By the time we have another rebellion or somebody worthwhile or formidable assaults us again, the garrison should be back. Okay, so that's good. We got them out of there. And our obedience is back down to 59, minus 59. Now, so who came in over here? It's going to be Karaz or Karak. And so we're probably going to have to worry about them. There's a very good chance that they don't like us. No, they don't. And they are strength rank 1 with a mere 12 settlements. Something just doesn't seem quite right about that. Where is Karl Franz in the ratings in here? Let's go ahead and take a look. Sylvania is at 13. Corone is 2. Reichland is at 35 with 9 settlements. So it's kind of funny, you know, how did the dwarves manage to get to strength rank 1 with a mere 12 settlements? And then you got Reichland with 9 sitting at 35. So exactly how is this judged? And I'm going to guess it's by armies that are on the field more than anything else, because the Total War AI really, really respects armies on the field. Now over here, this is not going to go well if we catch them in battle. We're 1 turn away from having our walls in Brass Keep. And I don't think they can get all the way back here. In a forced march, they can only move up to here. So we're actually okay. I will ambush, though, just in case they do want to come forward. Or, well, you know what? What kind of global recruitment do we have? We got Gabos with local recruitment. Do I have anything I can recruit in 1 turn? Okay, so we got goblins and goblin archers. There's just Gabos, but they could be enough to get the job done. Over here, did he make it up onto the shore? He did. And so I'm going to guess that he's like just outside our range because the AI is absolutely good at doing that. Yep, there you go. So right outside of our range, we have walls everywhere. So the question is just what are they going to try to assault, right? What are they going to push up on and try to take? Now, I'm going to guess that the reason he went over to where he did, we're talking about Leaf here, is because he saw Muncha Pigkissa and he doesn't really want to fight him. But now that he can't see him, as long as our ambush is not discovered, maybe he'll pull back towards Norden and attack it after all. Over here, well, we got as good of a defense as we can afford, and I guess we're okay over here for now as well. Is there any chance that they would accept peace? I don't understand why they all went to war with me, the Norscans. I was just sitting over here beating on the men of the Empire, and then Wulfric declared war, and then we came back here. Now it's like they're all just declaring war. It's like they ran out of people to attack, and we were the closest ones. We're looking a little weak down here. That's not so good. Let's go ahead and get Skull Muncha. And we'll come out of our forced march. We have our mount, finally. We can come up here and auto-resolve this, I think. Yep. And we're on the verge of losing our Wa. And that makes me very nervous. And so what I think we need to do with Azhag here is guarantee replenishment. And so the way we're going to do that is by attacking Sarl encampment. We'll auto-resolve this. And we're going to go ahead and loot and occupy. And so what that's going to do, given that our Wa is going to go away, is it's going to give us the maximum possible replenishment here. And then we can come down the Bay of Blades and the Tower of Crack. And it's looking like Azhag is not going to make it back into the Goromadni Mountains. He might have to come back towards Norden and help us get rid of these pesky Vanaheimlings. Along the way, if we can make peace with Wulfric, that would be good. And then we beat them away and we make peace with them. And then maybe we'll have to go deal with Thorgrim. I do not know. I don't want to fight Thorgrim, but he's flocking north and he's run out of territory. Sometimes one thing you can do is like you could offer it military access. And if they, if they want to attack, let's say the undead, and they want to come through here, giving them military access might just stop them from declaring war. But most likely, Thorgrim, being strength rank 1, he's going to declare war on us. And so we've got that on the horizon. And then we got another skill point here with Azhag. Let's go ahead and put it into life leeching so we can kind of come down this way. We would like to get the Purple Sun of Sirius. That's a very strong spell. And then our Gabo Big Boss Gretshad has a skill point as well. And we're going to put this in. Let's get the Nasty Skulker for his weapon strength. Damage buildings down here. We're going to lose this eventually, so I'm not going to worry about that. And I guess we just end our turn. We'll have increased obedience next turn. We got a little bit of money. So let's go ahead. Let's upgrade this for replenishment. Let's upgrade our garrison building there. And Leaf cannot get all the way down here in one turn. So I guess I feel confident upgrading those, getting a little bit more money for us. And our harbor will be done soon as well. And so I'm expecting maybe another battle up here by Norden with the Vanaheimlings, depending on which way Leaf goes. I think he's going to try to attack it now that he can't see Muncha. And hopefully we still have the Wa. Are they going to declare war too? Oh my goodness, get out of here. What is this? This is just ridiculous. And he's going southeast. And he nearly made it there. That's okay. Muncha Pigkissa can come up in a forced march and probably make it nearly to the settlement. Well, I don't know. Looking at that, it's a pretty long march. And now we've lost our Was, and we're also losing 1,600 per turn. So we need to get some money back. The Wa ends. A new Wa unit is available for recruitment from the Regiments of Renown panel. And we've got some scrap. So what would that be? What would that be? Oh, we got Super Squig. What else do we have in here? Yeah, okay, I'm a little bit worried with Azhag. I guess we need to come down towards Bay of Blades and we can encamp. We'll still be in our territory. So let's go ahead and move south, and this will most likely rebel soon, and we'll lose it. I don't really care. Okay, but then when we sack this, we should be able to then make peace with Wulfric. And let's go look at the Hellspire tribe.
Whichever woeful deity protects you.
Yeah, I really don't want to come over.
Here, we'll spill your blood.
Hold on now. They'll take a defensive alliance. But you know what? How about non-aggression and military access? And then we'll ask for payment. And they're a little bit wealthy. We get 1,000 here. 900. We can probably only get 600. So let's go ahead and let's take this. And then good. Yeah, you submit. That's right. Azhag is here. So there we go. We got one of them to submit. And we'll get Wulfric next. Yeah, this is Gretschad. Let's go ahead and put points in the Gutter Fighter so he can be a little bit more durable in combat, because he really got whooped pretty hard by the Skin Wolves. And then over here now, let's get Soulblight, I guess, because we want to move down this way. So next point, if we want, we can put it into evasion, or we can get the second tier of Soulblight. Research is available. Now we do got some money, but we don't have a whole lot, and we're losing money. So I don't want to get any of these researches that cost money. And like basically everything costs money except for the ones that cost scrap. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to look for one that costs scrap. That will maybe affect some of the units that we're using right now currently. Well, we can make our gobos a little bit better, but that costs 1,000. I don't want to do that either. What about over here? Armor-piercing weapon damage for Black Orc units, charge bonus for Squig units, and then scrap upgrades unlocked for Black Orc, Squig Herd, Night Goblin, Squig Hoppers. Then we got Lord Recruit rank, and then +1 recruit rank. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's just go down here. And as our economy gets a little bit better, we can unlock the ones that give us special bosses and things like that. We have a damaged building. Yeah, I don't care about that. Unassigned skill points. Route Marcher. Still haven't really got anything in here. I guess we can pick up Warrior Bane. And we can go with speed and post-battle chance of stealing a magic item. And then how about with our Shaman here? We're going to pick Immortality on this one. And we can get a Bully and a Pit Boss, Snotling Scavengers, a Swindler, and a Troll Herder. Over in here, Magic Resist. Scepter of Stability. How about Blast instead? And then no enchanted items are available. And then we don't... Do we want to move?
No.
What do we do? I think what we're going to do here... 90% chance of an ambush. We're just going to pull back. Ambush there. I think they might go for it. And with all the biggins and stuff that we have here, Smorbits, he might be able to get the job done. We got the 3 Rock Lavas. And we can probably hold these Skin Wolves at bay with our basic boys and stuff, while the Rock Labbers pummel the Berserkers and the Spearmen, and we wait for the garrison to come on and reinforce. So I think if they attack us over there, we'll be fine. Now over here...
Not a chance.
We still don't know yet if they have Siege Attacker, and I'm guessing that they don't. Although I'm having a really hard time figuring out where it is they think they're going. But let's see. We don't have great ambush chances here, so let's just kind of push up. It's a bunch of boys. Boy, with the WoW, we may be able to do it. We're going to go ahead and go into our raiding camp here. That's going to give us melee defense and leadership. And I think they may turn around and attack Muncha. It's kind of hard to predict exactly what are they going to do here. But we'll end our turn. Yeah, we're safe from Wulfric. No action out of him. Hellspire Tribe, our new friends. And here come the Vanaheimlings. Are they going to fall for the ambush? Ambush failed. Well, it's a good thing they don't have Lightning Strike. And looking at the time here, I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead, we'll fight this when we come back in the next one. I do think we're going to win, and I do think they're probably going to attack our other standing army as well. So we're going to end this here, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one. You can let me know if you enjoyed this with comments or thumbs up. I enjoyed it. I'm really enjoying the campaign. It'll be nice to get Azhag back down south, and then, you know, once we crump these guys on the head, we can make peace with them and focus on our true ambitions as Greenskins and kill off the men of the Empire. We'll see you next time. You have a good afternoon, and take care.